everyone. Welcome back to my window. All those spray for snow parties are doing great things for the mountains, but are you ready to hit the slopes? Mackenzie Wilson went to Bachelor to get you geared up for ski season.
Ski season is almost here and nothing can put a quicker stop to your day on the slopes besides being uncomfortable, right, Mark?
It's true, and mainly in your boots.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about buying new boots, but what if you've already got a boot? What are some things that you might do to make it a little bit more comfortable, squeeze a little bit more performance out of it, make yourself a better skier? And it's really pretty easily done, actually. So we've got a bunch of different things here we'll talk about, and one is the thing that's underneath your foot. I mean, skiing is a foot sport, and good skiing means you're making that ski go exactly where you want, and sometimes people don't think about what's actually under their foot driving the ship. This is a stock insole. That's the thing that comes in a boot, and it's just kind of a flat piece of foam. There's not much there.
It's pretty plain Jane.
Yeah, and so it's easy to upgrade to something that's going to be a little bit more higher performance. Yeah, a little bit more comfortable. It's got a little bit of shape in the heel. It has some arch shape. This replaces that. Okay. So this would then live in that boot, and maybe you take it out and use it in a cycling shoe in the off season. So for $35 or $40, this is a pretty good investment to have a little bit more contact with the ski and a little bit more comfort.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to take the next step, right? Feet are different. People have flat feet, high arches, flexible feet, rigid feet. So knowing a little bit about the foot itself and then how a custom footbed might be the solution, that's what this is. This has been molded to a foot. You can see that that's got a little bit more defined shape, and it's built exactly to the shape of the foot of the customer that's going to be wearing that boot.
Yeah.
This is called a quick bed. This is a new product. It started as this flat piece, and it feeds through this machine that heats it up automatically, and 15 minutes and you can have a pair of custom footbeds up here. So it's a really convenient way to go and super comfortable.
And is that using this where you put your foot in it and gives it the print?
Exactly. So this is the casting tray. This matches the shape of the foot, and then when this is hot, it drops in, the foot sandwiches it on there, it cools down, got yourself some footbeds.
Pretty quick process too.
Yeah, real painless. So the other thing to think about is socks. A lot of people forget that the sock is an important part of the fit system.
Yeah.
So yeah, sweaty cotton sock or big woolly hikers, probably not cutting it. This is one line of socks we carry, fits, and specific for women and for men. I think that's your pair.
Purple, perfect.
A couple pairs of socks is a great way to kind of buff out your boots for the season, especially if you're going to travel. I mean, a pair of socks per day is a good rule in hand. If you don't have enough, you should get some more. A lot of people have a hard time putting on their boots in the morning, especially if you accidentally left them in the car overnight.
The struggle of it.
Oh man, you should buy another boot that's easier to put on. But if you're not going to do that, this is one easy way to go. It's called Easy On Spray. It's non-toxic. A teeny little squirt in the boot and your foot just glides right in.
Nice.
Not too much. You don't want to be sliming around in there, just a little bit. And then the other thing is, you know, are your boots dry? Because if they're dry, they're going to be warm. A sweaty, wet boot, right?
That's the worst. They're not dried out, and then you put them back on for the next day, and it's awful.
And especially if you're traveling, right? Maybe you're staying in a resort for a couple days of skiing. This is more of a home unit, so this is good for 2 pairs of boots or a pair of boots and gloves. It's a little bit warm, and it also blows air. This is more of a traveling unit, so this is easy to throw in a travel bag. The top pulls out, and you can go ahead and dry your gloves with that.
Oh, cool.
And the bottom drops down, so boots and gloves overnight in your motel room or hotel room. And if you really want to take it to the next level for warm feet, you can go ahead and install custom boot heaters. So this would be the Hotronics system. This is the battery, so a little digital display that mounts on the back of your boot. You can change the heat from 1 through 4 in terms of levels. This is the thin little heat element that sits on top of your footbed, and then there's a thin cover that goes over it, so you don't even know it's there, and this runs out the back of the boot to the battery pack. So yeah, some people just have cold feet, and there's no way around it. It's worth doing.
3 runs and I'm just like, my feet are completely numb. This is miserable.
New socks, boot dryers, and some of those. So somebody's probably gonna get you Christmas presents. That's a hint.
I hope so. So these just go right on the back of your boot?
Correct.
Clip on?
Yep.
It's pretty easy. Well, we got to see a lot of cool stuff. You guys have it all here at the Gravity Shop?
Gravity Sports at Mount Bachelor. It's all here.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Mark.